Hello and welcome. You know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna flip that light on. Oh yeah, because this is gonna be on newsprint, see? So there's not so much glossy, so there's no glare. So you get a brighter picture as we go to review Blood Realm, which sadly the cover, you can't see it now because of that. What if I tilt it up a little? Let's tilt it up a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's terrifying and horrifying and disgusting and bad and wrong. And it's folded wrong. Okay, anyway, we start off. You ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I felt it inside of me, gnawing like a voracious parasite. Time ceased to exist, only this torment and the swelling fear that there would be nothing left of me. I tried to fight it, but my body rejected me. It writhes, thrashing. I've seen the dark. And then we go over here some world building. And it's excellent world building. Look at this, man. The big sword, man, like I saw that and I immediately thought, Berserk. You know, everything is going to go bad in this universe. And that's exactly what happens. Conquest, massacres, things go wrong. The Goat Kingdom rises up for revenge. Oh yeah, remember him? Remember him? He's on the cover. That's... what was his name? General Gorn. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One thing that did kind of bother me reading the book is some pages randomly have page numbers on the bottom and others don't. And that inconsistency was driving me up the wall. It was driving me up the wall. Not literally. It was a metaphorical wall, not a literal wall. Oh, look, let's stop on the ad. This is a dark book to stick an ad inside of. Ah. The Queen. The Queen. That's the Queen. And she's like melting as punishment for what she sent her general to. So I'm just kind of like flipping through randomly and showing you random stuff, and I haven't even said anything about like what's going on, right? All right. So there's the Queen. Her daughter gets sick. She sends a general out to kill the sacred beasts so they can cure her daughter with their blood. The daughter, the general, and their child. No, the daughter and the general end up dead. The child is a monster and flies off. And the Queen is cursed to melt. So she invites these three people here who have faces like that one. Well, you can't really see that because of the glare. Hold on, there is a thing at the end that explains all of these characters. This was great. Boy, reading Dark Souls, I could really use like a thing like this that explains at the start of an issue, or in an issue, like what's going on at any given point. It really needs it. This is a great little feature. Also, this might be the only time we see the Queen before she starts melting, which is pretty cool. In fact, you can get like basically the summary of like the setup for this from here. Oh. So that's the general guy. The last of the Iron Wolves, Captain of the Queen's Guard and Prince of Vorgoth. Lycurgus was a highly skilled warrior and devoted to his duty. He was ordered by the Queen to slaughter the last of the old beasts and retrieve their sacred blood. Bum bum bum. Oh yeah. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And most of the book, the majority of it, is stuff like this. Where it's these crazy art spreads that are macabre. Some of it's really ugly and grisly and gives me like a Junji Ito kind of feel, even though it's fundamentally a different style of art. It's still got that kind of look, that kind of feel going to it. So, after the general dies, the goat people rise up, and they invade the human kingdom. The Queen's dying, the human kingdom's falling and collapsing. And so the Queen summons those three magically powered sisters here. The what were they again? Let's flip to that convenient thing in the back. The Sisters of Silence were granted supernatural ability in exchange for their voice and their service. They were both honored and feared throughout the land and served as intercessors for the gods. During the upheaval of Vorgoth by the Satyrian army, Queen Arya beseeched the sisters to obtain the heart of the Dark Lord Siphus before the Satyrian leader Jorgorn can use his power to obliterate the last kingdom of men. So she's telling them, go get this heart. The goats worship the heart. Lord Siphus was known to have been the most merciless and malevolent sorcerer to ever exist. According to legend, he dwelt... I don't know why I'm doing a goofy voice. It just seems... It seems appropriate to speak in a different voice. According to legend, he dwelled deep within the eyeless canyons, where he worshipped the dark deity Targanus, and conducted heinous rituals in the archdemon's honor. Siphus secretly preyed upon the defenseless children of Vorgoth, consuming their souls to enrich his heart with dark magic. So most of the book is like this. There's a couple pages of like normal kind of looking stuff at the start. That's what we looked at. Where there's an actual perspective. Like you can see it's this character. Now, you notice this thing, I have seen the dark. Doesn't this look awful familiar? Hold on. Huh? You seeing it? You seeing it? You seeing it? Yeah. So I think the parasite or whatever, he's got the heart in him. I don't know if that just spoiled everything. Did I just spoil the book? I just spoiled the book. I'm so sorry. Not really. It's fantastic. I'm skipping a lot of material because I don't want you to... like, just look at this and go, oh no, I don't want to read this. If you like dark fantasy, this is really good. So at the end of the book, we circle back, and we meet this character again. He's being tortured, and there's the sisters. My name was Meek. And that's the character from the very beginning of the book. It all ties together nicely. Man, that's a full-on scourge, it looks like. Yowzer. He's going to have some scars. And here's the world. The lands of Morden. Morden. This does help kind of... this kind of stuff is always cool. I like fantasy maps. And it's nice here. You can kind of see, okay, here's Vorgoth. Here's the Satyria. Here's where the Forbidden Desert, and these are places that are mentioned. The Eyeless Canyons. I can only assume we're going to visit some of these other locations at some point in the course of the story. Oh god, I just spoiled the book for you. Yeah, mine is stapled funny or something. Where the outer cover was cut a little big, maybe? No? Doesn't really look like it. I mean, it is stapled a little bit off, but it's not that bad. I wonder why it sticks out so much. I don't know. This is great. I flipped this open, and I was like, huh? And then I read the text. And I flipped it open, and I was like, oh. Ah. Oh, whoa. Then I saw that 3. And then, I flipped it over and there wasn't a 4 here. And then I looked back and there wasn't a 1 here. And I was like, oh, the numbers. And, yeah. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it actually keeps continuity in numbers right there. Interesting. Could you even see that? Interesting. It's really good, man. The writing... let me turn this light out so there's not so much glare. Take the low light a second to recover. There we go. The writing is good. It's heavy. It is very heavy. The art, quality-wise, you look at it and you go, that doesn't look very good. It's kind of like Frank Miller. In fact, when I was reading this, I should have got it out. Do I have a Xerxes on my... Hold on, let me see if I have a Xerxes just stacked up on my desk that I haven't put away yet. Because I might. are all magazines. That's not going to work for me. Xerxes under here? No. Okay, well I guess I put it away, but I had an issue of Xerxes out here. And kind of Xerxes 4 and 5 were just basically like art books that did world building type stuff. And that's kind of like what this reminded me of. This is way more stark. The color palette, the black, white, and then the terrifying splashes of red. Unlike Xerxes, which had, a full kind of lifelike color palette. If a little weird. But that's what this reminded me of. And I really enjoyed the last couple issues of Xerxes because I approached them as like an art book with some words. And when I got to the world building part of this, I don't remember which pages I showed you. I don't just want to flip it open. When I got to the world building part of this stuff, that's what I was thinking of. And I'm like, I enjoy this. And holy moly. I've been going for like 11 minutes. I've probably been saying the same things over and over, but I really liked it. For $1.50, if you like dark fantasy, if you like something kind of horror theme, like a fantasy book that's going to scare you, or maybe not scare, unsettle you. It's right here. I'm holding that in my hand for $1.50. I'm down. You should be down. We should all be down. You guys have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.